Hello, everybody. This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello. We haven't done a pick a card in a while, and so that's what we shall do. So you can pick your pile. I'm gonna put them right here for you so you can choose. Pile 1 with the wolf, pile 2 with the scarab, and pile 3 with the mother, the maiden, and the crone. And those are the piles you can pick from, and that determines how your 2026 is going to unfold for you. If you chose pile number 1 of the wolf deck, then this is your card. It is really quite beautiful. It's the Theta of Venus, and I'll be reading it to you in a minute. I just want to tell you what has already come through for you. Those of you who have picked this pile, you went through a massive transformation already this year and last year, and possibly years before that, that led up to the transformation that must have recently happened in your life or will very shortly happen in your life. It is something that you cannot turn back into. It's the transformation from the caterpillar into the butterfly. They can never go back because the transformation that happened is so full and complete that you cannot go back even if you wanted to. And this card, if this resonates with you already, then you're good here, I want to say. I also immediately felt to tell you, you got to rest, okay? Because that massive transformation requires you to rest. It requires you to nourish yourself and to go into that space for sure. And the card reads, attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. I'm really literally given like you're in a space right now where you can feel a little bit vulnerable. It's much like the snake who shed their skin because they've outgrown it, and then they need a couple of days for that new skin to harden around them. That would be the space you are currently in or are moving into. But I'm feeling for the majority of you guys watching here, that's exactly where you're at. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. I love that. There's an increase of light that is coming in with that, and I feel it in my heart. I absolutely love it. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. So I would not be surprised if you're identifying with the word healer, with the word light worker, with the word starseed, indigo, etc. Any of these terms. Look into what the cards have to say for you until December of 2026, okay? No. Okay, that's interesting. I thought, hang on one sec. They want to bring in the fairy tarot card, so that's what we'll do. This one, yes. 10 of Summer. Look at that. That is gorgeous and beautiful. Oh my God. That transformation is bringing you massive blessings, my friend, with the 10 of Summer. That's incredible. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. This is equivalent to the 10 of Cups in the regular tarot. So expect emotional fulfillment to come in for you until the end of 2026 for sure, and you deserve it so hardcore, I want to say, for everything that you've been through, because literally the butterfly, or the caterpillar rather, needs to turn into complete mush. So I would not be surprised if you were hit by several towers that broke down foundation after foundation, stripped you away of any and all masks, and really stripped you down to who you actually are authentically. And I also wouldn't be surprised if you can now hold so much more light in your being, because I'm seeing an expansion of light. I'm literally seeing your human body filled with light, an incredible amount of light, and only increasing until the end of the year. I'm sure beyond that as well, but that's what we're reading, like the time frame. And like I said, with the 10 of Summer, it looks absolutely amazing, harmonious, and beautiful. It looks like you're fully protected. And funnily enough, there's actually, it looks like a butterfly boat that you're even on and maneuvering. So that transformation is carrying you to new spheres of happiness, balance, and peace. I want to say it's really gorgeous. Pull another card. Yes, from this. Yes. Okay, let's do it. This one. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Yep, absolutely, my dear. You have the Star card. Look at this gorgeousness. I mean, this is incredible. There's a lot of magic that I'm immediately seeing here. Some of you may be doing rituals for the highest good of all, and also to fill your own cup here. It is really beautiful. Not the dark magic at all. I'm not talking about that. The light magic. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Exactly. You really went through it. This is only confirmation. Now is the time to rest and then watch things unfold for you in the most beautiful way until the end of the year. You did amazing healing work here. And again, I want to show you your cards again. There we go. Can you see they're really, really, really quite something? They're stunningly beautiful, as are you. I want to say congratulations on that amazing outcome here for you. I'm super happy for you. That is wonderful. All right, I'm sending you off. If this has resonated with you and if you would like to have more information on this, please reach out to me. We currently, until the end of May, which are only a couple more days, have the 20% off deal, which is a massive chunk, okay? So reach out for your own private healing reading, either for the topic of what's happening for you the rest of the year or any other questions that you may have to give you clarity, guidance, and healing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking this video, for subscribing, and you can save the video as well to come back to it at any time if you like. All right, sending you love. Bye. Welcome to pile number 2. If you've picked the Scarab, then this is your pile. You indeed have the Talisman of Potency. And it says charging sacred objects with power. So what I was feeling for you as I was tapping myself into your energies, and this is also for you to determine if this pile is really for you, is I was feeling a lot of creativity, a lot of art, a lot of wanting to express yourself, and at the same token, having a little bit of a harder time bringing it into being. Maybe not the art necessarily, or that which seeks expression through you, but rather how would you bring it into the material world? Like how, for example, if you need to build a website to then present your art, building that website. So really getting some help in bringing it really into the material world, which is very fitting with this card. The same goes for music. So I'm getting lots of artistic endeavors here, and also possible work with animals, or animals are really important to you generally. And same goes here. Maybe you really want to bring something into the material and you haven't quite been able to figure out how to do so. Maybe the funds are missing. Maybe you're not entirely sure how to build that website. Maybe you feel like you haven't gotten the right people to come together. But I have a feeling everything will be provided for you. It's just a matter of, first of all, believing that it is so, letting go of control while listening to the messages that are coming through for you, and then acting on those messages. So it's those 3, okay, that are really important for you, especially until the end of the year. And the card reads the Talisman of Potency. Sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter. So precisely what I was picking up for you. And learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing, and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. Your love for the physical world of matter is a gift to Earth too. Okay, this is really important for you. And now I would like to pull some tarot cards to see what else wants to come through here for you for the rest of the year. Yes, okay, perfect. We're working with the Lightseers Tarot. Let's see. My artists and creatives and animal lovers. This one, no. This one, yes. Oh, nice. Exactly. My goodness, you have the Empress. It could not be more clear. There's a task for you until the end of the year, and it is really honing in your skills to bring things into the material realm. The Empress comes right after the High Priestess, who is conjuring things up in her mind, and the Empress is actually bringing it into the material realm. So there's an intention to nourish yourself accordingly, to really act in a certain way, to bring the things that you have created or that you will be creating into existence. That is your task at hand. It's literally, and somebody here could be pregnant, could be with child, and your task is to really be in those energies and acknowledge that you are with child, and you might not be able to do certain tasks in the same way. The same goes for artistry and creatives. You need to be in a right space to actually create your art and bring it out there, and then also make happen like the sales aspect of things, to really bring it under the people so that it's visible, okay? So that actually people can have access to what you have created. This one, no. So heed the signs is what I'm hearing with this also. Look for the signs that point you in the right direction, that bring the right connections to you, who can definitely provide you with the financial support that you may be looking for at this time as well. This one, no. Yes. Yeah. Wow, you have the Star. That's awesome. And that may be healing something for a lot of you. I'm feeling root chakra here. That may be healing something internally with you, where it is very clear that you may not have been provided up until a certain point in your life, and that is being healed until the end of the year. It is not without your involvement that this is being healed, though. I need to be very specific and clear. Sometimes we can just rest up and not do anything. That doesn't seem to be the case here. This requires your involvement, and then massive wish fulfillment is granted here at the end of this year. Okay, so this is quite potent. And it requires your involvement. Same with charging sacred objects to help you bring in that manifestation, working with your root chakra so that you can really feel safe enough to bring it, to birth it into the material world. This is what I have for you for until the end of 2026, and what is important for you to know. Okay, I'm wishing you much luck on your endeavors. If you need more insight and this resonated with you, please feel free to book a private healing reading at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. We still have the 20% going on in its final days because it's only until the end of May of 2026. So please go ahead and reach out if you feel called to. You may save this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel called to and would like to enjoy more of this type of content, of those readings. I'd be happy to welcome you to the tribe. Okay, be really well. I hope this was helpful. Bye. For those of you that picked pile number 3 with the Maiden, Mother, and Crone, this is actually your beautiful card. And it's Dream a Beautiful Dream. What I was getting for this card as I was sitting with it was that you are the leaders of New Earth, and that will reveal itself to you, in case you don't know it yet, until the end of 2026. There are so many upgrades that you're in for still, but also that you have already gone through. I'm getting upgrading to crystalline DNA in your case, which is so beautiful. I'm getting the earth grid with it and so many beautiful images. So some of you may be already feeling those particular energies. I'm also getting the split of timelines and the split of earth that people are speaking about, which I believe happens internally. And to some of you, you're definitely already experiencing those gorgeous, gorgeous energies. It's just absolutely unbelievable. Oh, wow. Let's draw your tarot cards with it. We're having the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot that wants to come in for you here. Let's see. Some of you, a lot of you actually, have already been through trials and tribulations, and there is a chance that you will, or there's a possibility you will lose your equilibrium until the end of 2026, but for the reason of the collective energy, not so much your own, because I trust that you've been through your own processes and transforming yourself so massively. But this comes with a territory, as you know, as a light worker, as a grid worker, as an earth angel, as someone who's very connected to the higher realms, as I definitely see you're an advanced soul who has the mastery stamp on them, I want to say. So it's like you earned your stripes, like 1000%. And there's just the pay attention until the end of the year, because so much shifts and changes around Earth. And for you to just be aware, what are your own energies, and not to be thrown off what you see or are perceiving are happening on Earth until the end of 2026. Let's see what we have. One, yes, that one jumped out. Yep, do not be deceived. We have the Seven of Cups here with there are numerous different possibilities, numerous different ways. And since you are showing up as a leader of New Earth here, it is very clear, because those new leaders, they have very little ego or no ego at all, which means that they have the collective good as their highest priority. You have that, okay? So it's really important that you check in with yourself, especially in 2026. And I also want to say the year is coming, but we're inquiring until the end of the year. So really choose wisely which energies you are in, who you're surrounding yourself with, what you're eating, what you're putting into your system. That also goes for social media. This is really, really, really important. This one, yes. And you do have the Chariot, which denotes to mastery. Exactly. So this is your confirmation here that you are striving for mastery. And the reason being is because, again, you are part of the team of leaders of New Earth. So this is really fantastic, but not an easy path to go on. You're not the only one, luckily, who is showing up in such a position. And at the same time, I want to say I honor you here in doing this work, in doing the inner work that is necessary to even step up to the plate to receive this honor. And so, yeah, this is something that you can definitely work with, like your own emotions, your own states, internal states. How are they wavering? It comes more from the internal. So when something in the external happens, see how your internal reacts to it. Bring yourself back into balance. But with the Chariot showing up here, with the inner mastery showing up here, it's quite clear to me that you have already achieved mastery. And so it's a practice, and will most likely continue to stay a practice until the end of the year. But this is really great. Okay. If this was resonating with you and you would like to know more about your situation, either until the end of the year or if you really feel called, please reach out at universalpowertarot@gmail.com for your own private healing reading, where we would dive deeper into that very subject matter or another one of your liking. It's still 20% off until the end of May, so we have the final days. Lots of truth coming to the light, lots of truth being revealed. And so reach out if you feel called to. And thank you for sharing your time with me. It was my honor and pleasure to read for you. See you next time. Bye.